Hey everybody, it's been a while since I seen you all. How are y'all doing today? It's pretty here in Alabama again today. I've been working outside, painting and redoing this little planter herb that was herb hanger that has hung on the back of the house for quite some time. It was a hot mess, all rusty, and I've been fixing that because I'm going to plant me some herbs and get me a garden going this year. We're going to work on that this weekend too. But I hope y'all have had a good day. Mine has been good so far. Just been cleaning in the house a little bit today. And my husband will be on his way up to the country house when he gets off from work. So I decided I'd cook us a little something to eat. And he wanted beef tips and noodles. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to show y'all how I do it. Everybody probably does a little bit different. I'm sure I do, because I do a lot of things different. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Everybody has their kitchen, their way. You can do what you want to do. I'm just going to show you how I do it. So we'll get to it and get it started. First of all, let me move this camera over. Okay, the lighting isn't real good right here, but we're going to make it work. First of all, I've got 2 packages of, this is stew meat that I'm going to use. I normally like to use the stew meat more than I do the beef tips, because the beef tips seem to be a little bit tougher and harder to get tender. And for another reason, they didn't have any beef tips, so stew meat it is. So what I do is I'm going to take this stew meat and open it up here. Sorry, I was trying to turn my pot on. And I'm going to pour it in this bowl. It's pretty nasty. I normally wash my meat, but today I'm just being a little bit lazy. Not really lazy, I'm just tired. Wash my hands. Okay, let's put a little seasoning in this meat. A little pepper. And y'all know me, I'm just kind of a plain Jane on seasoning. I'm not much on seasoning. I like my salt, pepper, and garlic, and that's about it. So, that's what we're going to do. I love my garlic. Can't live without my garlic. Y'all just heard me and seen me wash my hands. Y'all know I just can't do a whole lot. This stuff with spoons, I like to use my hands. That's what God gave us these utensils for, right? Right. Okay, and we're going to put a little bit of white lily self-rising flour. You could use plain flour. I just always use self-rising. I'm going to coat our meat real good with that. Get it real good and coated. I know y'all probably can't see, can you? Maybe a little bit closer. Okay, we're just gonna coat this meat real good. Okay, y'all. Now we're gonna I'm gonna add a little cooking oil to my pan. And we're gonna put this stew meat in and brown it up. You just want to get it nice and sauteed and the flour browned up on each side. It don't have to be completely done because we're going to simmer this in some gravy later after this all gets done. I probably shouldn't crowd my pot, but you know what? I am today. I feel like making a day of cooking. As y'all notice, I haven't been doing a lot of videos lately. My son was in town for 2 weeks, and my little grandson, and my daughter stayed over with us for 2 weeks, and her family would come over on the weekend. And they did a lot of hunting on the last days of hunting season, and they had a really good time. And I cooked every night for them, but it's just so much chaos when that many people is in the house that it was just hard to record. And plus, I get so tired. My back don't hold out for very long after having my back surgery. And so I get so tired, during the day, it was all I could do to get it cooked. I try to remember not to touch this pot. It's one of the old Magnolite pots, and I got it off of eBay, and I love the pot, but I'm going to tell you, it gets warm. And you see how that's just browning up? Looks good. Let me turn my stove light on. See if that'll help a little bit. I'm just going to try to keep it turned. Okay, y'all, I'm going to continue to brown this up, and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, y'all, we got the meat browned, and I took it out and put it on this plate, and I'm going to sit it to the side. And then in the pot now, we're going to make some gravy. And let me add some more oil to it. Some people just add the water and let it form its own gravy. But we like ours just a little bit thicker. So I'm going to make a little gravy. I'm going to do that by, we're going to leave all these good, yummy crusties in here, and that'll make the gravy really good. Gotta get my pot hot again. Okay. And I don't measure, y'all. I just kind of do it by eye. I'm gonna add a little bit of self-rising flour. And this is just for me and my husband, but I'm making a good bit because when he goes back home on Sunday, I'll probably stay. And he always takes leftovers home to eat throughout the week. Have to add a little more oil. So hot it's burning my hand. Probably should have used my favorite iron skillet. Cast iron instead of this pot. But my cast iron pot I don't have a lid for it. Add a little pepper to this. Ooh, how about a lot of pepper? Let's see. A little bit more of my favorite garlic. And just a little bit of salt. I'm not going to put much, and I'll add it as I need it. Add a little more flour. Get right back with you when this browns up, so y'all don't have to sit here and it's like watching paint dry. Okay, y'all, I added a little water before I forgot to turn y'all back on. We're going to add more until I get it the consistency that I want. Get me a whisk. I'm going to blend it together real good and make sure it's blended. I'm going to let it come back to a boil. And then I'm going to add my meat in. And I'm going to let it cook probably about an hour. And then I'm going to add some bell pepper, onion, celery, and sweet peppers. And I've already got those washed and chopped and ready to go in. And when I get ready to add these, I'll come back and show you. And we're also going to add a thing of baby Bella mushrooms to it. And we're going to have beef tips and noodles, and that's it. My husband said that'd be fine since I was putting so many chunky vegetables in it. I said, sounds good to me. My blood sugar's been really off lately, and I don't need to be eating this anyway, so that's fine. But we just having this, that'll be good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and add this meat back to it. Put the lid on this and cover it and let it cook on about, I don't know, about medium-high heat. Let's say between medium and low. And I'm going to let that cook for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, y'all, it's been simmering about 30 minutes. I'm going to add 1 can of diced tomatoes to it. Let those cook in and give it a little bit of flavor. Let them simmer in with it. It's looking good, y'all. That looks yummy. Taste it. Gotta have a little more salt. Okay, y'all, we're gonna put the lid on it and let it continue to cook. And I'll come back with you when we get ready to add something else. See you in a bit. Okay, y'all, we're back. Now we're gonna add the veggies into the beef tips and gravy. And I'm gonna show you what all I put in it for the veggies. I've already got them chopped and cleaned as I showed you earlier. And let me get you over here to this pot. I had to change pots. That other pot, I don't know, it just kept sticking. I don't like a sticking pot. Whoops. Okay. Let me show y'all this. Get a spoon. Just look at here. Doesn't look yummy. It's gonna be so good over noodles. Okay. Okay, this is the veggies again. We got celery. I cut that in nice chunks. We got onion, cut in nice chunks. We got sweet pepper, red, yellow, red. Let's see. Got red, yellow, and orange sweet peppers. Those are really good. And we got green bell pepper. And I think that's it. I'm just going to add all this in. My husband just called and said he is on his way, so he'll be here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Okay. This is going to add a lot more flavor. I tasted it a while ago. Got me a little spoon and it tastes really good. This is going to add a lot more flavor. And y'all know what I think I'm going to do too? Is make a mess on my stove. Let's add a little bit of butter. Y'all know butter makes everything better. Put a little butter. Okay, now let's hope my pot don't run over. Let's add some mushrooms. Get out of there. I don't want that stem. Lord, y'all. This is a big old pot of goodness. I hope it don't run over. Doesn't that look yummy? I don't want to stir it up too much because I want the mushrooms to stay kind of right on top for a little while. because they won't take as long to get tender as those vegetables, other vegetables. Okay, y'all, we're gonna simmer it till those veggies get done, and then we're gonna eat. And in the meantime, I'm gonna get me a pot of water and get it on the boil. Use this pot, and I'll get me some water and put in it and get that boiling a little bit closer to time for him to get here. And this is the noodles, the hearty egg noodles that we're gonna use. I figured these bigger kind would be a little better than those little bitty skinny things. So we're gonna try them. And we're gonna put these jewels in some boiling water and cook them when it gets closer to time for him to be here. And we'll boil them. Once the water starts boiling, I'll add the noodles to it, and then and then let's see, I'll boil them for about 8 minutes because I want them like a dente. I don't want all mushy noodles, not for this. I just don't like mushy noodles anyway. So we're gonna cook them about 8 minutes, 10 at the longest. We'll try them, and whenever that gets done and this gets done and we get ready to eat tonight, I'll plate it up and show you what it looks like and get my husband to do a taste test. Okay, be back then. Okay, y'all, it's time to put the noodles on and get them going. It took forever to get this water boiling for some reason tonight, but it's finally boiling. Let's pan around here and flip the camera. Okay, water's boiling. We're gonna add our noodles, hearty home style egg noodles. Okay, and we're gonna set the timer for 8 minutes once they start boiling, and we'll check them, and if they al dente, we will be done. Pour them in a colander and drain them and be done. Okay, see you back in a second. Oh, let me show you the beef tips so far. Oh, they're done. Yummy. Whoops, I ain't even got the camera on it. Sorry. See all that goodness? Mushrooms, onions, bell pepper, celery, meat, tomatoes. Looks good, y'all. Okay, I probably won't be back until we plate it up this time, because I think y'all know how to dump noodles out of a pot into a colander and drain them. I made us some little cornbreads too. Y'all ignore my oven and I'll show them to you. This house used to be nothing but men in here. They used it for a hunting place to stay when they was hunting. When my husband's brother and my husband bought it, and so there was a bunch of guys here. They don't clean like women. And I've only been up here for a certain amount of time, and I hadn't tackled this oven yet. So y'all don't be looking at how funky it is. Still cooks good, just funky. Okay, here you go. See them little cornbreads? They in 2 little Pampered Chef skillets. Gonna be good. Alright, y'all, be back in a minute. Okay, guys, our husband's ready. My husband, not ours, is ready to do a taste test. It's pretty hot. Better blow it.
Yeah. Can't.
You ain't getting nothing but noodles.
Mm-hmm. That's what I need. The spork's not working for me real good.
That's because you got a plastic fork.
I know.
How is it?
Oh, that's delicious. That's just right, babe.
It's good.
Yep.
I'm
You
glad.
did amazing on that.
Good. I'm glad you like it.
I love it.
Okay, guys.
Cornbread good too.
You heard it. Well, now it's time for me to eat, make my plate. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Hope you enjoyed this cooking video. I know I got a lot of learning to do to get it perfect to where it seems a little more entertaining, but I'm trying, y'all. I'll get it. Anyway, y'all have a good night. I hope y'all have a great weekend if I don't see you again throughout the weekend with another cooking video. Y'all have fun, cook you something good to eat, and go for seconds.